Have you ever stayed loyal to a brand for years, only to suddenly feel like they're not giving you what you really want anymore? That's exactly what's happening with Apple right now, and the iPhone 17 family isn't going to fix it. We're only hours away from Apple's biggest event of the year, where the iPhone 17, 17 Pro, 17 Pro Max, and the all-new iPhone 17 Air will take the stage. On paper, this sounds exciting: new designs, new features, and even a super thin model that Apple is calling the Air. But here's the problem. None of this addresses the one thing a lot of users are starting to demand: a foldable iPhone. Let me explain. A new survey ahead of the iPhone 17 launch shows that 3.3% of people are holding out specifically for a foldable iPhone. Now, that number doesn't sound big, right? But here's the catch: 20.1% said they would consider switching to a Samsung foldable, and 10.2% said they'd think about Google's Pixel foldable phones if Apple doesn't launch one soon. That means almost a third of iPhone owners are open to leaving the brand for something Apple doesn't offer yet. This is surprising because Apple has always been the king of brand loyalty. Year after year, people upgraded to the latest iPhone without hesitation. But this survey shows a shift. Compared to last year, when only 0.1% of users said they'd even consider switching away from the iPhone, that's a massive change. And it suggests Apple fans are no longer as locked in as they used to be. Now, does this mean millions of people will instantly rush to buy the Galaxy Z Fold 7 or Google's next foldable as soon as the iPhone 17 drops? Probably not, but it does mean disappointment is brewing. If Apple doesn't show even a teaser for a foldable iPhone on September 9th, a lot of users are going to feel let down. And if Samsung manages to drop the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Z Flip 8 before Apple gets its first foldable out, that could be a tipping point. Here's why it matters. Analysts expect Apple's first foldable to finally arrive in 2026, and they think it could sell between 8 to 10 million units in its first year. Those are big numbers, but Samsung has years of experience already, and if the Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 are strong enough, they could easily take the spotlight before Apple even enters the game. It also doesn't help that Apple's big surprise this year is the iPhone 17 Air, a super thin phone at just 5.5 millimeters. Sure, that sounds cool, but it comes with compromises like a tiny 2,800 mAh battery and only one rear camera. Meanwhile, Samsung's Galaxy S25 Edge is almost just as thin but packs a 3,900 mAh battery. And if next year's Galaxy S26 Edge manages to keep getting slimmer while still offering a 4,200 mAh battery, you can imagine how that might tempt even more Apple fans to consider switching. So, what's really going on here? Apple is facing something it hasn't really dealt with before: a loyalty problem. People aren't just blindly lining up for whatever new iPhone comes out. Instead, they're weighing their options, comparing specs, and wondering if it's finally time to try something else. That doesn't mean the iPhone 17 won't sell well. It will. Millions will still buy it. But the cracks in Apple's once uncheckable customer base are starting to show. And if Apple waits too long to launch a foldable, those cracks could get even bigger. The real question is, how long are Apple fans willing to wait? Will you hold out until 2026 for a foldable iPhone, or are you tempted to try Samsung or Google's foldables right now? Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates.